Keith joins us now. Plenty of sunshine in this live picture over Portland this afternoon.
Not bad.
Decent day out there.
No, and I think the difference between the 31 yesterday, briefly, it's 35 now. It's kind of a big deal. Like
you can notice the difference.
Yeah, it's like, okay, this is just more seasonable. We've got some snow over down East Maine tonight, tomorrow, and then a bigger storm for Friday.
Yeah, and a big system off the coast backing in, you said, right?
Excitement runs high.
Yes, a lot going on. Finally.
Can it deliver? We don't know. We'll find out. But current temps, 35. Portland, 28 in Bangor, 27 in Bar Harbor. So it's still chilly, and it was cold last night, but it seems a little bit more reasonable than it was yesterday. A lot of sunshine. A few clouds over down East Maine. And if we zoom this out, this is wild to me. Like, look at this storm. That's a really good looking storm. Just big swirl, really tight circulation to it. That storm's been hanging out there since Sunday night, basically. And it's got nowhere to go in the atmosphere. So it's getting pushed back towards us. Again, we call that retrograding when that happens, pulling back around through Canada, then getting into northern Maine and down East Maine tonight through tomorrow, and that's what will give us some periods of light snow. Until then, it's partly cloudy. Temperatures are in the 30s, 20s in the mountains. A couple of snow showers possible there later this afternoon and into tonight. Most of us drop back down in the 20s and teens. Here's the snow starting across northern Maine about midnight and then settling into down East Maine, as I mentioned, for the morning commute. Is it going to be a huge deal for them? No, I don't think it's a big deal. But there will be some snow falling during the morning commute, and perhaps right into Bangor too. They're right on the line as to whether or not that snow will get in there. The rest of us, just a couple of snow showers and squalls possible as those break off from the main low, and then the system moves out on Wednesday night. Things in better shape on Thursday, but a considerable cloudiness there. Temperatures in the mid to upper 30s, and then here comes our storm from the south and west on Friday. Now, here's where it gets interesting. We talked a lot about, I'm skipping ahead. Here's the snowfall amount, for this next storm, 1 to 3 inches over northern Maine, down East Maine, and then a coating or so into Bangor. Okay, moving forward to the more interesting storm. The thing about this storm was all about rain-snow line yesterday, right? And that's still true, but the shift has been a little bit east with this storm, which makes it a little bit colder. So I'll show you the European model first, coming in here on Friday. And we've still got a rain-snow line along the coastline. That's an issue, but it's a lot closer to the coast than it was compared to yesterday. And even more so, and the GFS American model has taken this low and made it much more progressive and much farther east, which brings snow into the fold almost all the way to the immediate coastline, but it also takes away some of the heavier moisture. So right now, I'm probably going to be making a map for this afternoon. I am leaning more colder, more progressive, because I've watched the GFS lead that charge and the European model kind of come towards it over the last 24 hours. So that would bring snow into play closer to the coastline, but I do think it would take totals down in the mountains and across northern Maine here. Same timeline, Friday through much of the day on Saturday. So that's going to be a fun snowfall map for me to make later today. I look forward to that greatly. But we're going to give it a shot, and that's still dominating Friday into Saturday. Things should be better on Sunday. And what's interesting, messaging is hard with these sometimes. The word, and I'm seeing this on Twitter even, is people like, stop making a big deal. It's going to be rain along the coast. And I'm like, I think I'm the one who told you that at the beginning, and now we're not so sure. So I think if you live along the coast, don't just assume this is straight rain.
Still a question of where that line is.
Yeah, so we're going to try to nail it down later today.
And again, as you said at the beginning of the show here, most of the state is getting snow.
Right.
I mean, it's still just that small sliver on the coast.
There's a group of snow haters that live along the coast that they don't want to hear any wobbling back to the other, but it's not going to change the result. So we'll do our best.
Still a big enough storm. All right, Keith, thanks.